No, 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 you can't do that. That's never going to work. I'm not going to let you do that. Does that remind you of anyone? Perhaps that lovable little Eeyore character from the Disney movie? Well, sadly, we all know people like that, the people that see a silver lining and they find a cloud behind it. The question is your advisor like that? And as strange as that may sound, we run into that quite a bit. We had a prospective client come in the other day, and they were sharing why they were moving from their existing advisor. And it was because he always said no. No, you can't spend on that. No, you can't spend on this. And it got to the point where they were 62. The husband learned that he'd been laid off from his major bank job. And the logical question they had was, can we just retire early? Believe it or not, the advisor's response was, and this was a direct quote, no, we agreed you were going to work to 65, you just have to suck it up and go find a job for the next 3 years. Now, I wasn't there in the conversation, but I've got no reason to doubt that that was the statement. And unfortunately, that is the perspective of many people, that there's a rigidity of here's the box, here's what we designed, this is the plan, and there's no deviation from that. Unfortunately, that's not life. Now, the other type of advisor that we sometimes run into is I don't have a cartoon character to share or to illustrate this, but it's kind of the, how dare you question my advice, I'm the expert type of approach. And again, we had a prospective client that walked in and sharing why they were looking to change advisors. They asked that we meet with them on a quarterly basis and that they be allowed to ask the why questions. The why are you doing that? Why does that make sense? Why are we buying this? Why are we selling that? Perfectly logical questions, but their advisor was saying, I only want to meet with you, I'm only willing to meet with you once a year, and I'm happy to tell you what I've done, but I'm not going to entertain any questions of the whys. You can't challenge my authority, you can't challenge my advice. I'm the expert, you just need to accept that. And that's not healthy either. Neither of those is healthy. Now, the opposite extreme is equally bad. They yes, 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 yes. Nobody wants a yes man. Nobody should have a yes man because that's dangerous. And again, prospective client came in their late 60s, wondering whether or not, worrying in fact, whether they were going to run out of money. And as we looked at the situation, there was some real concern. Yeah, they were going to run out of money before we thought they would need their money. And the reason was they were withdrawing 12, 15% of their money every single year. They had a very lavish lifestyle. And I asked them, why are you doing this? And they said, well, it's funny you asked that. We've been asking our advisor, can we afford to do this? Can we afford to take this trip? His answer was always, yeah, fine. The market is forgiving. Well, as we all know, the market's not that forgiving. But with these three stories, we've illustrated the three types of advice that you don't want. The no, you can't do it, ever. The shut up, sit down, I'm the expert, don't question my authority. And the yeah, do whatever you want as long as you pay my fee. That's not what advice should be like. It doesn't have to be like that. It shouldn't be like that. Life is a balance. The advice should reflect that. We all have to balance our financial, professional, personal, even our spiritual journeys. That's where life is lived. That's what good financial planning is about. And that's what we are about. The best example I have to illustrate that is the mortgage payoff question. We have a lot of older clients that come in, and whether they were kids during the Great Depression or they just grew up under parents who had really been defined by that experience, they're in a rush, almost a compulsion to pay off the mortgage early. And the question that we ask is, why are you in a rush to do that, especially if it's competing with and hurting other goals? You can literally end up being real estate equity rich and cash poor and unable in those retirement years, the years that you've been planning for, unable to enjoy a modest lifestyle. The kids may benefit, the grandkids may benefit, but you, the one that's worked hard, won't. There's a balance between paying off and keeping that mortgage equity at the right level and having enough money to enjoy the rest of life. That's what we help clients do. We find that balance. We get to know them. We're not going to be yes men. We're not going to be Eeyores. If you want someone that's a nanny, or if you want a sycophant that always says yes, we're probably not the ones for you.
But if you're looking for an advisor that takes the time to get to know you, understand your goals, and helps you balance between them so that you can walk and live the life that you want, give us a call or send us an email. We would really love to chat with you. So with a tip of the hat to our friend Eeyore, thanks for listening.